Happy Sunday morning on the fourth Sunday of Advent. During the 4 weeks of Advent, we are going to be looking at 4 verses of the Advent hymn, Let All Mortal Flesh Keep Silence. During the first week of Advent, we looked at verse 1, which spoke of God's magnificent attributes. During the second week of Advent, we looked at verse 2, which spoke of Jesus as being fully God and fully human. The theological term for this is hypostatic union. The third week of Advent spoke of the reason God came to earth to vanquish death. And now, in verse 4, we read about praising a God who would do this for us. Here are the lyrics for verse 4. At his feet, the 6-winged cherubim with sleepless eye, veil their faces to the presence, as with ceaseless voice they cry, Alleluia, 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 Lord Most High. The entire verse is simply a description of the angels surrounding and worshiping God. This, verse 4, is a bookend to verse 1. In verse 1, we speak of the magnificence of God and his magnificent attributes. And finally, in verse 4, we see the angels worshiping that magnificent God. Angels in the Bible look nothing like our greeting card depictions as you see here. Angels are quite fear-inducing. The 2 types of angels spoken of in this verse are called Seraphs and Cherubs, or Seraphim and Cherubim. A seraph is an angel of the highest order. They are described as having 6 wings. The word seraphim is plural for seraph. Here are some depictions of seraphim. The cherub is an angel of the 2nd highest order. Their job is to attend God. Ancient art depicts them as lions or bulls with wings and human faces. They look nothing like the childlike little faces on modern Christmas cards and modern art. Cherubim is plural for cherub. The hymn tells us, at God's feet there are 6-winged seraphim and cherubim who are very vigilant, hence the sleepless eye. The hymn says that they veil their faces to the presence of God. In various places in the Bible, we are told that the presence of God is so overwhelming that one must shield their face. One immediately thinks, as they hear the verse of the song, of Isaiah's vision of the Lord in his glory, where he speaks of veiled angels. We read, in the year that King Uzziah died, I saw the Lord seated on a throne, high and exalted, and the train of his robe filled the temple. Above him stood seraphim, each having 6 wings. With 2 wings they covered their faces, with 2 they covered their feet, and with 2 they were flying. And they were calling out to one another, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. All the earth is full of his glory. As well, in the book of Exodus, we are told that the bright countenance of God shone on Moses' face so brightly that even Moses needed to shield his face on behalf of the Israelites. And finally, we're told that with ceaseless singing, they sang, Alleluia, Lord Most High. Alleluia is an expression of worship that means God be praised. And so here's the final verse in its entirety. At his feet, the 6-winged seraph, cherubim with sleepless eye, veil their faces to the presence, as with ceaseless voice they cry, Alleluia, 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 Lord Most High. Christmas Day is just around the corner. I hope you use this time to ponder nothing earthly minded, but instead focus on the rich and gracious gift of Christ. Christ does fulfill all our needs, the greatest of which is freedom from the bonds of death. Let us give him our full worship in this beautiful season of Christmas.